Well, hello and welcome to the WFO Racing League's Wicked Wednesday Truck Series live at Talladega Motor Speedway tonight. We have race number 10, which is the final regular season race of the season. I'm your main commentator, Vern Bradley, in the booth. Don't know where the hell Nation's at, though. Adam Tips, so he's hanging out in here with me, so we are... Qualifying is completed. I believe the drivers' meeting is completed as well. And we're going to get to racing pretty quickly here. I believe we got 75 laps on tap tonight. Looks like the connection's good. Want to welcome everybody to the stream. See the driver of the day votes are coming in. What's going on, Adam? I don't know if Adam can hear me.
Yeah, I got a copy.
Oh, there we go. I said, what's going on, buddy?
I'm just hanging loose.
What happened to Nation? He was in here earlier talking to me when I come in, and I went and took a short break before we get going and come back, and there's no Nation no more.
I have no idea. It doesn't show he's online.
Yeah, Nation has left the building. Literally. Completely, all the way. He's gone. Out of the building. What do we got? We have a song that we play, and it is by the CEO Band, and this song is coming out. You'll be able to catch it on iTunes or any of them other places you dig for songs at. You'll find it there, and we play it before the broadcast, and I'm going to try to find it so I can play it tonight. There we go. So enjoy it. All right, there you go. I'm going to cut the song right there. I want to thank the CEO Band, and the song is Redemption, if you want to check it out. But we're out of time. We're about ready to start gridding here, so I'm going to have to get us the starting grid going pretty quickly. And I found a truck out there, I believe. I don't know if I did or not, but we'll find out. Yes, I did. More than one. They're actually starting to grid up now, so let's take a look at that starting grid. With the number one qualifier, and that's going to be Brandon Winning, driving the number 84 truck, starting P1. To his outside in P2, it's going to be someone you know, Adam. That's Garrett Helmlinger in the 77.
Thousandth of a second.
Starting third tonight, he's not on the grid yet, but he will be momentarily. That'll be the 31 of Richard Holland. And to his outside in fourth is going to be that 8 truck right there, Steve Blankenship. Starting fifth is going to be the number 22 of Austin Wagner. He hasn't taken the grid yet. And his outside in sixth, you see him right there in the 1 truck. That's going to be Artie Peterson. Last night's winner in the ARCA series, in case you missed that. Seventh tonight's going to be that 10 truck right there, the ASC truck. That's Enrique, Rick Vagone driving the 10. And his outside in eighth, this guy needs no introduction. That's that 3 truck of Hal Lamy. Starting ninth, we got Jacob Miracle in the 29. And the Jacob's outside in the 81 is going to be Michael McCauley. And yes, he does have the Little Mermaid truck, so Nation will be back. 11th, you're going to see Cody Williams in the number 11. So the 11 is starting 11th. That works better. And his outside in 12th is going to be the 6th of Rick Nichols. Starting 13th, you see that 21 right there, Richard Springer. And his outside in 14th is going to be none other than Mayhem David Moody. David Mayhem Moody. I'm getting it all backwards tonight, Adam.
Good.
15th is going to be the 14 of Jeff Martin. And to his outside, you'll see that 26 of Keaton Tripp. 17th, we got Corey Cook. Corey actually made the race tonight. Good to see Corey back. Corey will be starting in a 61 truck in the 17th spot, and his outside in 18th. Yep, that's Tuesday night's commentator. That's going to be the 5 truck of Mr. Bradley Cooper. Starting 19th, it shows Adam, but he's going to be in the booth and the admin tower, so we'll go to his outside in 20th, and we'll see the 06 truck of Ryland Neese. 21st, the 27 of Tyler O'Brien, and his outside in 22nd is going to be that 15 of Noah Wagner. And that's going to be your WFO starting grid for Talladega Motor Speedway. And we're going to get to the front of the field as they're pacing down the back straightaway. Pretty good field of trucks tonight, Adam.
Not bad. I was really hoping, Talladega does seem to attract a greater number of trucks for tonight at least.
Yeah, I'm going to... Oh, that didn't work. Shit. I'm firing myself for moving people around. There we go. I was trying to move Artie where Jeff Martin was at. Yeah,
I saw you put him in the main
lobby
so
on
I
accident.
threw him down there.
Thank you. You knew what I was intending on doing.
Yeah, I heard you all say about working with each other, so.
Yeah, I forgot all about it and to move them, so we got them in the right channel, and it looks like there's going to be a couple of guys he can work with there because Corey made the race tonight, so that'll be good for them to have drafted help because you need a friend here, Adam.
Yes, you do.
So pace car's in. We are getting ready for the initial start of this thing. Waiting. We're waiting for it. We're going to wait a little more. I guess we're going to wait a little more, Adam. Oh, nope, we're green flagging racing now at Talladega with the Wicked Wednesday Truck Series at the WFO Racing League and on the WFO Racing Network to go one step further. And just like we expected at Talladega, 2x2 right out of the gate. Brandon winning on the inside, the 84 to his outside, and the 77's Garrett Helmlinger. And you see the 31's already going to take the bottom lane there. He's going to roll back to the back of the field. He don't want to take a chance of wadding his truck up too quickly.
Yeah, that's what I like to do a lot of times when I'm racing here, but that really hurt the inside line, and you see Garrett's going to take the lead.
Yeah, it hurt it, And now the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger is going to go to the front. He's got the 84 Brandon Winning on his tail, but that outside line with Artie Peterson, Hal Lamy, and, as of course, at the front, that 8 truck of Steve Blankenship. And I'll tell you, Blankenship qualified really well with the ARCA car last night. He qualifies real well again here with the truck, and I'll tell you, that 8 truck's looking like he's got a little bit of speed right here at Talladega.
He's looking good, hanging pretty tight.
Oh, we got 3 wide.
That's a big move right there by, I can't remember his name all of a sudden.
The Little Mermaid is 3 wide, the 81 truck, Michael McCauley.
And Keaton Tripp, he was just 16th. Now he's on the outside, making his way up.
Yeah, Keaton's making some ground up there for sure. My timing and scoring is screwed up again. We're going to attempt to fix it, though, before we get a caution. If we get a caution, I don't know. Trucks are real good about going a long ways without them. And just like that, getting pushed to the front by the 1 truck is going to be the 8 of Steve Blankenship, and he'll lead that lap. So Blankenship in the 8's going to lead that lap right there, but that bottom lane's working really hard. Brandon Winning pushing on the back of the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger. Hi, Denise. They're still 3 wide up there. That's Keaton on the outside, too. Keaton's got a little help behind him. More towards the middle of that pack. Almost right in the middle is that 3 truck of Hal Lamy. He's going to stay tagged onto that 1's bumper, though. And, man, that 22 disappearing that kind of time be making me nervous. You see Enrique in the 10 truck right there. He's got Jacob Miracle on his bumper. There's Keaton looking to the outside again, but I don't see any help going up there with him this time. No takers. Now he's going to have some takers. You go up there and end up by yourself, that's not a good feeling, is it, Adam?
Not at all. You go nowhere but backwards.
Yeah, and they're dumping them out again, and that what is the outside line has really been getting a good run. That 1 has been all over the bumper of the 8. I think they had to breathe off a little bit to give the 1 a breather so he didn't overheat his truck, but we have a race, lap number 5 of 75 right now. We've been 2 wide, 3 wide. It is Talladega. There's room for it here.
Yeah, you can technically run 4 wide.
You see the 1, though, all over the back bumper of that 8 truck on that outside line. Hal Lamy moving up right on the bumper of the 1. That's what it takes here. If you're 2 trucks, the truck in the rear can't really get to the rear bumper of the truck in front of them. But, man,
yeah, the K&N car is totally opposite. You almost get up underneath.
Oh, you can just pull up so well in that car. This thing doesn't pull right up to the bumper, but when you got a truck or 2 behind you, it'll drive you through the truck in the front, literally. Now you see the 3rd line trying to get going again.
I wouldn't be surprised if Artie pulled out there. He's running a little hot, so go ahead and try to get that 3rd lane going.
That's probably what's going on there. He was pushing on the 8 truck of Steve Blankenship pretty hard to get him out there. Now Hal Lamy's going to tag onto the back of the 8, but that really give the advantage to that 77 of Helmlinger and that whole inside line right there.
Oh, and now they're going to break up too.
Yes, they are. Brandon Winning's going to shoot to the outside with help from the 22 of Austin Wagner. And it recycled. He's going to move right to the bottom in front of the 77, and man, he got that little bit of gap there, and I don't think that's going to favor him. He may come out of it okay. Oh. Watch the 27 move up the racetrack. They were 3 wide. It didn't look like there was going to be enough room for that feller. They worked it out. So some of the guys are choosing to engage and do battle early, while a couple of the others are not doing that. And the 8 truck of Steve Blankenship is going backwards. He got caught on the outside. Look at Fagone. He's going to take it 3 wide now. The 14 of Jeff Martin's going to move up, and the 1 of Artie Peterson still on that outside. You got Helmlinger working in the middle with the 77 truck. He's going to have truck or help from the, is that the 6 truck right there? Yes, it is. So Rick Nichols is going to move up behind the 77 and give him a shove. And we got a truck. Oh. You see that truck get loose in the middle of the straightaway?
Yeah, in the middle. Maybe a little help there.
Yeah, you had a little bit of, probably a little bump from behind, and he had 2 hands full, didn't he?
Yeah, that's one of those clinchers right there.
Yeah, he saved it, though. We're 8 laps in, clean and green so far at Talladega with the Truck Series, and we have a good truck, a good field of trucks here tonight. So the more you put out there, the more likely you're going to have problems, and these guys are doing an excellent job. Now we got another one hung out there. That's going to be Garrett Helmlinger in the 77.
And I actually do believe he's going to fall back here. He just thinks things are getting a little chaotic up there.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think he moved back there on purpose. I think he just lifted out of it on the top lane and coasted back a bit right here. Sometimes that's what you want to do when it starts getting dicey like that. It's still early, so there's plenty of time. You know, you got plenty of pit stops, whether they be under caution flag or green flag. Doesn't really matter. There's plenty of them coming up, so.
Yeah, exactly. And he can also tail on to, just like what Keaton said last week after he won, is you got the whole Wagner crew here. So if he just wants to tag along with them, at least he knows he'll have a pack of 5-6 trucks.
Exactly. Yeah, now the outside line's working real well with one tucked up right behind the 14 of Jeff Martin. And that's going to push a 14 right to the front. Jeff Martin sporting a brand new paint job on that truck. And take a look at it right here. It's some kind of T, but I can't really make it out, Adam.
Let me see if I can do some camera.
Morning T? Maybe morning T? Yes, morning T. It has something to do with his sister. So I might have to Google that and check it out, but it has something to do with his sister. So the Morning T14 truck, not what we're used to seeing him in. Kind of used to seeing him in the chrome truck, but definitely a change for him as we're going to watch the Miracle Motorsports right there, Jacob Miracle. Or Mop Motorsports, rather. I think we decided that was probably Miracle, O'Brien, and Parker. That 6 truck, Rick Nichols, I believe that might be the first start he's made with us here, Adam.
Yeah, I haven't dealt with him yet this year, which is actually a good thing. If I have to deal with you, that's usually not a good thing. So, but yeah, I haven't seen much of him. Maybe he runs on Tuesdays. So this might be a first time thing with him.
No, he I don't recall him on Tuesdays either. So this might be brand new for the 6 truck, but he's doing a good job right now. He's working behind that 29 of Jacob Miracle, and he's keeping that inside line out front. But I'll tell you right now, that 1 and 14 working together has been a strong combination.
Yeah, it's like you're a good matchmaker.
The 61 right behind him, all 3 of those trucks right together in the middle lane. We're going to take a little wider view again. Oh, we got a truck stopped on the bottom. Who's that, Adam? Noah Wagner in the 15 Hooters truck is going to be rolling it to pit road right here. Not sure what happened to him. But back on the front of the field, the 14 is going to get a push from the 1, and he's going to go to the front, but he kind of hung the 1 out right there. He's going to drop down in front of that inside line, and I don't think he really hung him out because the 1 still got the 61 behind him, and if they draft up there, they take that team literally occupies the front of 2 lanes, Adam.
Exactly, and that's a good numbers thing there too. And another thing too, Artie was so packed in tight. Maybe he was saying I'm getting a little warm, so Jeff just took the lead, and then now they replenish that next line.
Yeah, so now he's got Corey Cook in the 61, which is one of the original bumper humpers. So him and Jeff are original bumper humpers, and Artie didn't have any drafting help, so I kind of matched them up with those guys tonight, and I'll tell you, it's looking really good so far. Artie, of course, the ARCA winner last night. I had a lot of fun in the race. Oh, we got a car in the wall. Or a truck in the wall.
I'm not real sure. It looks like it's the 22.
It looked exactly like it's the 22, and that's who it was. Austin Wagner's. He may even lose a draft after that. You can see damage to the whole right side of that car, and he's disappeared again. But now he's back, but the right side of that that truck's looking pretty used up there, Adam.
Yeah, I don't know if he got a little tight on exit there, or the air just packed on the right rear if someone was following him and just kind of sent him up into the wall.
He killed that right side. I mean, absolutely killed it.
He's holding on to the draft, though, so at least he's not completely, been out of shape here.
Well, we got a good camera view of it right now, so they're seeing it on the broadcast, but he has no right front fender at all. Lucky for him, he still has a nose, but he has no right front. So we got 2 packs right now. This is your main pack. They are 2x2 and have been that way since the drop of the green flag. And then we have developed a second pack back here. And in this pack, you're going to find Richard Holland, the 5 of Bradley Cooper, the 11 of Cody Williams, and I believe that's going to be the 81 right there of Michael McCauley, the Little Mermaid truck. So this is going to be 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th position. And the only one behind them would be the 15 of Noah Wagner, and we know he's on pit road. And Noah is brand new to iRacing. He hasn't been doing it that long, and he's the younger brother of Austin Wagner, one of the younger brothers to him, and he's got some learning to do still. But this is how you do it. You make starts with guys like this. There's a ton of – I wouldn't even want to guess how much experience is in this field, Adam.
Oh, there's a lot. I can tell you the strength of field if you want me to.
Well, not just the strength of field, but just the experience of the drivers. I mean, most of these drivers have been at WFO for multiple seasons.
That's very true. And then you have people like, say, Ricky and Richard. I mean, I know them alone have put who knows how many laps on iRacing.
Yeah, so when you got guys that have been racing each other multiple seasons, it makes it a very competitive series. And both series, actually, the ARCA series on Tuesday night and the Truck series on Wednesday night are both super competitive. And they're still 2x2. They can't really figure out who's going to lead it, Adam.
Yeah, that's pretty normal here when you have Talladega. There's not a lot of side drafting like you see right now. It just, the second lane will get a good run, but it'll kind of piddle out. Now, later in the race, when they really start hanging on that door of the inside car, that's when you'll really see them start making moves.
So I'm thinking probably by lap 30, somewhere around 25 or so, we'll start seeing green flag pit stops. That might be the 15 stopped on the bottom again.
Yeah, he's just rolling. He's just trying to be responsible and let the guys. He didn't want to get in the way of the race. He's up to speed now. We're all good.
Oh, the outside line got to push that time. Jacob Miracle back to the front. And he's going to recycle it. The one's going to be able to get in there in front of the 14 too. So that worked out real good. Now
That was
that's
really close.
this 61 was probably overheating, is why the one did that. But now the
And
outside
that worked perfect.
it did. The 61's able to pull in line, and all three of those trucks stay together. Once again, I mean, they're just staying lined up.
Yeah, that worked out really well. The 6 really just wanted to follow some momentum, and the 61 goes, "Nah, I want to be with my teammates." So he kind of slid down in there and kept the momentum there and kind of killed the middle lane there. You call that a crossover on Talladega?
Yeah, I guess you could call it a crossover. I'll tell you that 6 is getting some help, though. Garrett Helmlinger in the 77 fighting his way back up. I think Garrett just dropped back to see how easy or how hard it would be for him to get back up to the front.
That probably is what he's going to do because, normally he's got either me, Tim, you got Trent, but none of us have been racing a lot. So he's just hopping in here to have fun. So he's just going to make the most out of this opportunity.
Well, that 6 truck right there of Rick Nichols has got a lot of help behind him, and good help at that. You see behind the 77 is going to be the 10 of Rick Vagone. And they're going to go up and try to make another lane around the 6. So just like that, the help went away for the 6.
Yeah, and Garrett don't care about he hurt your feelings or not. He's just here to win.
Yeah, and who's is he down there with the? No, he's actually in a room all by himself.
Yeah, he's all by his lonely.
Probably should hook him up with the 21 of Springer. I don't know where the 21's at though.
I'll go ask him real quick.
So back up to the front. You got Jacob Miracle in the 29 leading a race. To his outside, the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger going for it. And now we're 3 wide. With Keaton Tripp in the 26 in that third line going to the lead. Tripp's going to move down to the middle in front of the 77 and now down one more in front of the 29. And holy shit, is that Nation 01? Don't tell me Nation joined us, Adam.
Looks like he sure did.
He's not saying nothing. Oh, there he is.
Damn headphones that work.
Bathroom?
So green flag pit stop started happening. We've seen a bunch of them pull off to pit road. Hi, Adriana. Welcome to the stream tonight.
So if they're pitting now, it looks like 22, 23, 24 laps a run.
And good timing, by the way. Nation just made it in the booth. But he muted us out. I think he's working on his headset. Well, I'm sure that we got people working together, so they're going to pit together. And we'll just have to see how it cycles out. But I've noticed that 3 truck of Hal Lamey's done a great job holding with the lead group here. And his teammate is up at the front of this pack. That's the number 10 of Rick Vagone. So Fagone's going to move it to the front. Hal Lamey's sitting back there in, I don't know, around the 8th position right now. I think we need to go back to one of them and do an onboard real quick. So we're on board with the 3 truck of Hal Lamey. And this is what it's like to draft behind a line of trucks here. And keep in mind you're doing this right around 200 miles an hour as you see another group get ready to go to pit road. Hal's going to keep it out on the racetrack right here. He's going to go by those guys, get himself back in line. That's the 6 truck of Rick Nichols right there on the inside, the shell truck. Man, you see a lot of damage to some of these back bumpers from taking the bump draft, Adam.
Yeah, I don't know if it's people not used to maybe this kind of because it looks like you're coming up a lot slower than you are in the cars. So at least in the cars, you know, to let off a little bit more. So I don't know if that's like a bridge that they haven't figured out yet, or I don't really know.
So, Nation, you get your mic and stuff working or what? I think Nation is still broken. Well, listen to Hal back it down, downshifting. This is a pit road entry. It looks like Enrique smoked the right front. Hal's going to get it slowed down nice right here. Good pit road entry for the 3. Green flag pit stops. No caution so far. Lap 24 of 75, so about a third of the way through.
Yeah, found my way back.
Oh, damn, Nation got it working. You hear that?
Fuck.
All right, so I'm going to get back on this pack out on the racetrack right here. This was part of the lead pack when they come in. You got the 1 of Artie Peterson, 14 of Jeff Martin, 61 of Corey Cook, and we're going to find out if they're going to be the leaders or not. It's going to be close, Adam.
Yeah, they're just now pulling off. The 10's just now into the bottom of turn 1.
So there they are, right in a line.
They might be in good shape. I don't know. I think there's too many of them. The numbers game.
Yeah, you see Richard Holland in the 31's kind of joined up with them, maybe. Yeah, that is Holland back there. Now they're all going to fan out right here. That's not going to help you catch anybody.
No, and the 21 went around the 10 too, which didn't help out either. So it's just chaotic everywhere.
Now they're going to get back in line again, but they should have kept the line going. They could have probably drifted around the lead guys up there.
Yeah, especially when the 21 and the 10 split. If they stayed together, they would have gone right around like a freight train.
I'll tell you someone that had a hell of a good pit stop. That's the 21 of Richard Springer. Springer's going to come out in front of these guys, and he will be your leader.
Yep, Artie's going to make it to the outside. He's going to take one truck with him. See if he can do something with it.
Yeah, Artie's got that 26 of Keaton Tripp, and we've seen Keaton Tripp not be afraid to take it 3 wide a time or 10 tonight. Inside line 3 trucks, outside line 4 trucks now. Richard Holland's 31's a little bit too far back to give that inside line any help. And that's Hal Lamy sitting in the 3rd position right there. In the 3 truck, working right on the back bumper of his teammate, and they're going to go up a lane right here. I don't think Hal's going to go with him, though. Hal's going to stay on the bottom. Hal stays on the bottom. Springer's still in the lead, but the 1 truck of Artie Peterson got a little bit of help from – that's actually the 10 truck right there. The 1 truck just took it 3 wide. And he had the 14, but the 14 kind of looked back down, and then the, 22, Austin Wagner. That truck's still wiggling down the straightaway. What the hell? I think he knocked the alignment out on it, Adam.
Man, I'm enjoying this. This is really good racing.
What happened to his truck, Nation?
How the fuck would I know?
He knocked the snot out of it, didn't he?
Knocked the brakes off that motherfucker.
He beat the brakes right off that sumbitch. That's a pretty good song, but if I play it, the one in Discord Nation, I'll probably get a copyright strike, won't I?
I don't know. That was 2009, so I don't know. They don't even. None of those people are still alive.
Well, Coop got us the strike last night.
That's all right. Who gives a fuck?
From the 45-second mark to the 4-minute and 10-second mark or some shit.
The fuck did he play? I watched the whole thing.
I don't know. And we got a slow truck on the outside. That's the 27 of Tyler O'Brien, it looked like. In the mop truck.
Ooh, dude, I got ruffles.
So Springer's still holding on to the lead. Hal Lamy in the 3 up to the 2nd spot now.
Did you just say Hal Amy's in the second spot?
Hal Amy in the 3 is in the second spot. Are you watching the broadcast, Nation?
No, I can't watch it and talk to you at the same time.
You got a phone, don't you?
Yeah, somewhere. I don't even know where the.
Well, you got to watch a broadcast on the phone.
Really, dude? Really?
Really?
See, this is, people out there, this is what Burn does to me.
Well, the gay laptop isn't going to support Discord and a stream, Nation.
No.
That's you tell that laptop to walk and chew gum at the same time, and you're fucked. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that motherfucker ain't doing shit. However, I do have a friend that was going to help me out.
All right, so here we go. The 10 truck pushing the 61 to the front. Now the inside line, the 3 truck pushing on the, I guess he's in the 21 truck. And somehow Michael McCauley must have had a bad pit stop because he just got lapped. So the 81 Little Mermaid goes a lap down.
Is he related? Never mind.
Yep, they're twins. They're twins from different mothers, Nation. Believe that?
Mother from another motherfucker.
So the 14's going to get in line in front of his teammate, the 61, and that's going to leave the 1 up there, and he's got a little bit of a twisted up 27 truck behind him. I thought we twisted stuff on Tuesday night. That's what I did to my car, wasn't it, Nation?
I thought we were supposed to do it on Wednesday night.
Wednesday's wicked.
But you did it on Tuesday night. I thought we were supposed to do it on Tuesday night.
On Tuesday night, I twisted it like you're supposed to on Twisted Tuesday.
You did. You twisted that motherfucker up.
Country Time Lemonade car got twisted up last night more than once. Ooh. 14 moved up the track, and, man, if he didn't door the 26, and I think he might have, he was close.
Get them out of your way. Just door them out.
Yeah, Hal's complaining about a little bit of a overheating issue, so he's trying to get some air, and so I think the 14 followed him down. He's trying to get some air packed on that nose.
Well, he can get a little bit of air packed on it. There you go. The 21's moving up, so he can catch a little air right there. And that's what the lead truck has to do to keep that guy behind him cool. He's got to move up just a little bit in the corner and let the air catch the nose of that truck behind him. And that's how you recycle it and keep it going. And if you don't do that and get air to the nose, guess what happens next?
Bang.
Bang.
Everything is called bad.
When those gauges turn red and start flashing, you got about, I don't know, a split second to let off the gas, or you're fucked.
Pretty well said.
Probably a split second. And that's it, Nation. She goes, pop.
She goes, pop confetti.
And then you're like, damn. Because the tow here is about 30 minutes.
Is that all it takes?
It's a long time, man. This is a big racetrack. That's why we don't like cautions here.
It's like 3 minutes to get around this sucker under caution.
Man, I'll tell you what. These Truck Series racers don't like cautions either.
No, they're other than one usually early every race, they are pretty much allergic to them.
33 laps in at Talladega, clean and green. And these guys, it's not clean and green because they've stayed in line and been playing nicely. No. They've been 2 wide the whole time up front, 3 wide at times. And the 27 right there almost brought one out because I thought he was going to turn to 1.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of checking up. They see a line starting to slow down. They're easing off. It's really clean racing. But, yeah, it is ultra competitive right now.
I'll tell you what, if the 3 was overheating, you can't tell it because he's staying right up on the bumper of the 21, and they're staying right up towards the front.
You know, another thing earlier, we were talking about the overheating. Yeah, the 21 is being nice and helping the 3 out, but it's not just for the 3's benefit. The 21 needs as much push here as possible.
Oh, there's
there
the
they
wreck.
go.
61 of Corey Cook gets turned in front of the field, and the wreck is on from there. The worst part's I think it got most of the entire team as you see the 14 sliding sideways. Yeah, the one of Artie Peterson's in it too. So it looked like it started when the 61 went sideways, and I'll do mine separately from Adam and his. And man, that 61's got the damage to back it up. So we got to burn it down with what, Nation?
Fuck you.
Fire! Man, that's the best fire I've had in a while.
Was a pretty good one.
I had to practice that one, I guess. Maybe a week off. The voice was better.
You did all right.
All right, so let's keep an eye on the 61 right here, and he got rubbed the wrong way. And man, one truck in it, 61, 14. I'll tell you what, that 26 did a good job of getting checked up and avoiding this mess, but these three are all racing together tonight, the 1, the 14, and the 61, and they twisted them up, and just as I bragged on them, curse of the camera brought us out caution number 1, Nation.
Twisted, man.
They twisted some shit up, didn't they? Oh, look.
Christ.
The one's smoking and broken now, Nation. I'm not joking. He's smoking and broken. Going to pit road. And they're all on pit road.
The one is, what the hell's his name?
Artie Peterson, also known as last night's winner.
Yeah, that's what he was.
Who?
Artie Peterson's in the one.
Oh, shut up, Adam. Just fucking with you, dude.
Why are you always being mean to Adam?
I'm not always mean to Adam.
Okay.
All right, so the one burn is fast repair right there as we see the HendrickCars.com truck come right back to. It's nice and shiny again, Nation. I mean, they give him new fucking wheels and everything. It was all dirty and wrecked, and then just like that, it was shiny and brand new.
I wish I could do that with my car.
I know, in real life.
God damn, that'd be awesome. How's that
you
fucking Chevy truck doing?
It's coming around, Nation, but a guy shouldn't be left alone with a paint gun and different colors of paint sometimes. And
God damn it, Vern.
I kind of, let's just say I made the bed look like one of those carnival rides.
I don't even know why I like you.
I don't either, but there is a such thing as too much pearl in paint.
Oh, no, there is no such thing as too much pearl.
Oh, well, you wait till I send you a picture. I assure you there is a fucking such thing as too much pearl. Let's just say that I mix some black and some red, and then I mix a whole bunch of red pearl.
So you were trying to make candy apple.
No, not candy apple, more of a cherry metallic.
Cherry apple.
Yeah, like a cherry apple. There you go.
Don't do that, Vern.
Appreciate that, Mikey. Nation don't like being second, though. That song is pretty badass, Nation.
What is that?
I'm going to play a couple minutes or a couple seconds of it. Ready?
Oh, the CEO? Hell yeah.
Now we got the engine revving up now. They'll hear it on the broadcast. I'll keep it under our punishment time, Nation. All right, that was 30 seconds. I can't go no farther, Nation. If he's got his phone, he'll hear it in a minute. It's probably about how far it's behind. So they're getting relined up, it looks like. Are they on one to go, Adam?
4.
10-4, he says. So we are on 1 to go. That means we are just about ready to go back to green flag racing at Talladega.
You know, this makes things kind of interesting because they're going to have to cut this remaining in half as long as there's no more cautions, obviously. But they'll have to cut it in half with roughly 38 to go and they go green.
Yeah, that'll be cutting it in half right there.
I'm always looking at fuel strategy.
And they are 2x2, and Hal Lamy had been working towards the front the whole time, but he's going to find himself mired back here in the 13th position in the 3 truck, just in between the 27 of Tyler O'Brien and the numbers 8 of Steve Blankenship. Game glitch, and Michael McCauley got stuck on the wall. You hear that, Nation? The Little Mermaid got stuck on the wall.
I saw that.
Stuck on the wall. Nation actually put a sticky trap there to catch her.
Well, he's hot as fuck.
It worked. So 2x2, and pace car is. I think he's trying to get off the track, Adam.
Yeah, slowly. He's just taking a little bit of a detour.
He took a detour all the way down the front straightaway. All right, so let's get ready to go back to green flag racing with the Wicked Wednesday Truck Series for the second time. They had the initial start, and here's our first restart. We're green flag, back to green flag racing, Nation. The 29's right on the bumper of that 31. That's going to help that outside line at the start. Rick Fagone's going to have to get up to the bumper of the 21 if they want to get going. You see the 31 getting good help from that 29. And they're 2x2. Just like we left off, they're going to pick back up. Trucks are not up to speed yet. They will be getting up to speed by the end of the back straightaway. And the 31's going to get a hell of a push, and Richard Holland is going to find himself in the lead. And as soon as he did, he left the 29 by himself. Now Holland has got the 21 of Richard Springer working on the tailgate. And Springer's got the 10 of Rick Fagone. The outside line, though, the 29 of Jacob Miracle's got good help from the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger. Miracle, Helmlinger. Bottom, you got 31 of Holland, 21, Richard Springer. Did I mention we have a hell of a good race going on tonight, Nation? Nope. I missed that point entirely.
No, I was fucking with the dog.
I thought you didn't like the dog, Nation.
No, I hate that fucking thing, but you gotta help him out.
So are you teasing him?
No, I had to give him a piece of baloney.
Might be slightly concerned as to why my racing rig computer is not on. Nope, I'm not concerned.
Guess what I'm gonna do next season?
What are you going to do next season?
I'm gonna race Vern Bradley.
What?
You said you were gonna race, so I'm with you.
You're getting back in the car?
Yep.
Well, we've heard this before, so we're going to hold you to it next season. Everyone hears it, even Adam. Adam just heard it too.
This is like a revolving door, but he never actually gets in the car, does he?
Yeah, whatever.
Weren't you supposed to race some fans one time or something like that?
There is that, but no. I'm gonna race Vern Bradley. Yeah, Cody is the one I'm actually gonna race.
Oh, he's going to race Cody. So the 21 has got a lot of help right there from the 29. Springer and Miracle. Now Miracle is going to take the 29 to the front, actually. That's kind of the idea of it, of the racing. You want to get to the front, right? But I can tell you the only way to do that at Daytona and Talladega is to have friends. Unfortunately, with no friends, you don't get to the front, do you?
I don't have any friends. I never have.
3 wide, maybe? Helmlinger
Yeah,
in the
looks
77 working the top of the track. He's got a little bit of help behind him. And oh. Yep, there's still room. Now Helmlinger gets buried, left out.
Good thing is that outside line's not very deep, so he'll be able to pull in line here.
I'll tell you what, Springer has a couple of teammates behind him who are just pushing the heck out of him. And the inside line is holding the advantage. That's because the outside line can't figure out if they want to be 2 wide or 3 wide.
Yeah, that's going to help or really hurt them here. They really got to figure it out whether they want to run it by the wall or what, but they just got to stay in line to stand a chance.
So the 29 of Miracle, first truck on the outside. That's that red truck right there with the black sides. He's got the 84 Brandon Winning helping him out. Then you got the 21 and the 31 and the 10 on the bottom, and the 10's going to lose the truck that was behind him. That's going to be the 26 more than likely. And now the outside line's going to try to get going again, and that's going to, I don't know, man. They look like they want to go 3 wide, and then they can't go anywhere, so they drop back down, and it's just killing that line. Adam.
It is. It's really hurting them. You see, the moment they get hooked up and they hang out beside them, they go right by the inside line. So I don't know why they're breaking up.
So according to Adriana, we got a hell of a driver of the day battle going on. 7 votes for the 3 of Hal Amy. 81, though, Michael McCauley with 5 votes. And then the 31 of Richard Springer, who's going for the lead now, with his teammate helping them. So they were able to move to the top and take advantage of it. And both of them pulling out from behind the 21 killed that inside line. I mean, killed it.
Did. But guess what? The outside line's going to do it yet again. They're just going to keep breaking up. Yet again, I think they should just stay in line and maybe side draft a little bit, or I don't know.
Well, they're going to have to because the inside line has got the 10 and the 31 back, and the 31 come back in the lead. Now the 29's got no help.
I actually think the outside line was breaking up because I think that just put all 3 of the Wagner crew together.
It did on the outside. But you see who took advantage of that? The 21.
Yeah.
You might as well if you see a team like that, and I'm pretty sure that Springer's a solo driver. Man, that 26, though, he goes from the bottom to the middle to the top, and they're going to hang the 21 out. He's going to need to try to get behind the 29 here.
I bet he'll slide in line, or he needs to.
Oh, he should do it now, but he's not going to. Well, he got what he wanted with the 6 of Rick Nichols right there moving in the line. That's going to help him. And now you got a couple more breaking up. That's Brandon Winning and the 84 shooting to the outside. But as long as this line keeps moving around like that, they're never going to go anywhere.
Exactly. I mean, it's all about filling out air, right? You basically make your own line. So I don't know why they're doing this because they're just spreading the air out unevenly.
Oh, door love right there, 84 and 8. See, the 6 of Nichols is going to shoot to the middle. Oh, almost wasn't room right there. They're getting a little dicey up here now, Adam.
They sure are, but you have all 4 of the Wagner.
4 wide, 4 wide. And there's contact.
Oh, is it going to work?
And there's a wreck. 84 spinning to the inside, back up on the racetrack, and we are under caution now. They bent some sheet metal, Nation. Where did he go?
He just dipped out of here.
That son of a bitch has vacated the premises like you thought his house caught on fire with that one. But we're going to have a fire right here. You ready? We're going to burn it down with fire one more time. That was good racing. Oh, we didn't go back far enough, so we'll try it again. Watching the 84 Brandon Winning right here. Outside line. And you see the 4 wide right here. 8, 6, 84, 21. Then the 22 of Wagner, 27. Looked like the 84 might have bounced off of the 22 probably. And And I don't think there would have been a caution, actually, if the 84 hadn't come back up on the racetrack there. So he almost got stuck on that banking transition where it drops down, but he's going to get it going right here. And that, just like that, with 29 laps to go, we find ourselves under caution flag number 2. So we're going to jump on to the up by the pace car right here. Your leader is Richard Springer in the 31. 29 of Jacob Miracle is going to find himself in second. In third is going to be that 10 of Rick Fagone. Sitting back in fourth, though, a new name over here at WFO. That's Rick Nichols driving a number 6 truck. The Shell Pennzoil machine. And you got Steve Blankenship in the 8 truck right there. Rounding out the top 5. And for you Hal Lamy fans, Hal's going to be right here in the 3 truck. And I don't know what's going on with the 3, but I'm wondering if his engine's actually running. Oh, no! Oh, and Winning's going to catch the 3, and I think the 3 may have to tow. So that is not good for the 3 truck. We do want to thank everyone who's tuned into the stream and has stuck it out with us all race long right here. It has been a great race, without a doubt. I'm pretty sure I promised you a great race, and these guys are not disappointing.
Yeah, they're not disappointing at all.
They have they've been racing hard for 47 laps here, and we've got 2 caution flags out of it, so nothing really to complain about. We knew it was going to happen, and as soon as it went 4 wide and I called 4 wide, it didn't take another 5 seconds. What you have to worry about when you're racing that close and 4 wide is net code. Especially if a certain vehicle or a certain couple vehicles is anywhere near you. That net code will jump out and bite you right square on the hind end.
Yes, it will. Sorry, I was a little bit busy right there, but yeah, it sure will. 4 wide kind of makes people tense up a little bit sometimes.
Were you swinging the hammer at them or what?
No, pretty understanding. Everybody understood what happened there, so we're all good.
Yeah. 3 wide's been working, but 4 wide tried one time tonight and failed. That basically sums it up, right?
Pretty much, yeah, right there. I think the biggest thing right now to take away is if the outside line, like we've seen, I mean, they can really run and even pull away, but they just got to stay in line. I mean, that's the biggest thing I've seen so far. And then the second thing is I think a lot of these guys, they need to come back in here and fill up, but I still don't think they're going to be good to the end.
So if you're a fan of the Little Mermaid or the 81 truck of Michael McCauley, he's going to get one of his 2 laps back right here. And you see it right now. The 81's going to hit the gears, take off around the field. That means they just took 1 to go, and he's going to take the wave around right here. So you'll see the field line up 2 by 2 again, and unfortunately some of those guys that got caught up in that might have been short of a fast repair. As you see the teammates right there, that's working out good for those 2, 31 and the 10. And we'll have to see what happened to the 3. He's sitting back in 19th, a lap down, and he's still on pit road, I believe. Oh, he had damage. He probably blew a motor is why he was getting help. And now I see his fast repair clicked in. He's getting right side tires. So he did have his fast repair checked on the toe, Adam. And he's going to get off and get going here before they go back to green. They're coming down the back straightaway, so he's got to get her up and get her to speed. I don't think he'll catch the back of the field. The only thing he can hope for is another caution right here. '31, Richard Holland, leader. Second place, 6 truck, Rick Nichols. Third, 10 truck, Rick Fagone. Fourth is going to be the 29 of Jacob Miracle. And in fifth is going to be the number 8 of Steve Blankenship. And Nation is currently still not in the building. In fact, the last we heard, he was playing with his dog or messing with his dog, right?
I think that's what he said.
All right, pace cars disappeared. And we're back to green flag racing for the third time. We've had 2 cautions, but the initial start and then the first restart and the second one would be the third time we went back to green, or we went to green. So the 10's going to stay right up on the tailgate of the 31. The 29's going to stay close to the 10. And now you see the 8's going to drop down and stay down there. And that just killed anything that would have resembled an outside line from starting. Just killed it right off the start. Now Miracle's going to move up a line. The 8's going to follow him. They're working together. The 6 of Nichols is the one that got hung out right there. And now the outside line may have something. I don't know, though. The 29's a little indecisive. He's going to go back to the bottom again. You see the 88 of David Mayhem Moody in that Bass Pro Shops truck. He's not going to be close enough to that inside line to make a difference. And if the outside line goes back to what they were doing before the caution, guess what? It's not going to benefit them none. But right now, the 29's got a great run on the outside with the help of the 8 truck of Steve Blankenship. That's working. Side by side with the 31 for the lead is the 29 of Jacob Miracle. Man, Fagone hammering the tailgate on the 31 truck. Hammered it.
Oh, they're going to wreck again.
Oh, and they're wrecking already. 5 of Coop was backwards. If I could just click on this stuff faster. There we go. He was in an odd spot on my timing and scoring, so... One more time. Fire! Just like that. Burn it down. Adriana's on it. She burns it down on the YouTube. Thank you once again for keeping track of the driver of the day votes. Watching the 5 truck, he just got turned right in front of the field. Oh, and was that Hal Amy he caught?
Just barely clipped him. I don't think it's, like, super significant.
He got the back of the 3 truck as he was trying to pass through. Son of a bunch of biscuits. Oh, he's got pretty considerable damage. He got hit harder the second time. That looked like the 21 of Springer. And that pretty well is going to put the knockout punch to the 3, I believe. You see a lot of damage on the right side. You're right, he didn't get tagged real hard. He got tagged pretty hard from the 5 coming back down. And that got him in the rear of the truck. And then him and the 21 collided super hard on that right side. I don't know. It's still running. And it's not smoking. That's a good sign, Adam.
Yeah, I think as long as he's not by himself, I mean, he should be fine. Maybe sit in the middle of the pack. Maybe at the back of the pack is As long as he's got a couple trucks behind him, I think he'll be fine.
If it didn't hurt the motor.
That's true. As long as there's no motor damage.
And the trucks are real bad about tapping them and the motor being broken. So the question is the 81 going to get a lucky dog here? The 3 would have been in line for it, but he was involved in the incident. So as long as the 81 wasn't involved in the incident, he may very well go back on the lead lap right here, Adam. That would be where 2 cautions worked out great for that feller. He's going to stay out on the racetrack, and I bet you he's going to take the lucky dog right here. So will, in fact, the Little Mermaid swim herself back to the lead, or back to the lead lap? I think one way or the other, the 81's going to go back to the lead lap because Michael McCauley's going to take a wave around. Now he's driving around him. He is your lucky dog. So McCauley is back on the lead lap in the 81 truck. You never know. The Little Mermaid could swim herself to victory lane tonight, Adam.
You know, it is a fairy tale, right?
It is, and it could be a fairy tale ending. We're going to find out, though, in 23 laps. I don't know how many more cautions, but hi, Diana. Hopefully you're feeling good. We've seen another vote for the 81 come in. Thank you, Sarah. McCauley's starting to bring the voters in, Adam.
Well, good. We appreciate it.
We appreciate the viewers to the stream. While you're over here, make sure you give us a like if you like what you're seeing. You can subscribe if you haven't done so, and you can hear some more of it and see some more of it if you want in the future, because we're going to be doing more of it in the future, obviously. We're here on Wednesday night. Coop is here on Tuesday night, and Nation is just here whenever he's here. No vote coming in for Brandon winning there. Thank you, Alex. And Michael McCauley voting for herself right there. And I think the 29, or did either the 29 blinked or I blinked?
I can look up how many blinks the 29 has.
I think it might
0.
Yeah, my connection right there popped a little bit, but the YouTube connection's good, so just the iRacing server more than likely. I connected as watch. I don't go into the race server. All right, we're 2 by 2. So that means we're getting ready for yet another restart. And it looks like Hal has his truck on pit road once again. So the 3 truck is at the attention of the 3 crew. And up front, look at that. Jacob Miracle in the 29. 88. David Mayhem Moody on the outside there. And the pace car is going to take his long trip to pit road. And it's a long one for him. I think that guy smokes a lot of weed. All right. 2 by 2 waiting for the restart. 22 laps to go. Wait for it. Wait a little longer. And we're back to green flag racing with the WFO Wicked Wednesday Truck Series. Live from Talladega.
I kind of like that technique, but usually I like it if you have a teammate or two behind you, launching slightly before the green.
Yeah, it worked out good for those three because I know they're all working together, but Artie Peterson's going to get a hell of a run on the outside right here. And late in the race, I'm not going to count the one out after what I seen him do in the ARCA car last night. So that one's going to be one to watch for the remaining laps here. And can Artie go back-to-back? Oh, and Diana put the vote in for the 31 of Richard Holland. Holland fell back a little bit on this restart, but you see him and Enrique working behind the one truck on the outside line, and they're going to push the one to the front. Artie Peterson going to the front in the one truck, and he thought about going down there in front of the 21, changed his mind real quick, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
That kind of messed up that outside line, and the 31 got shuffled out. Will his teammate go out and help him here? If the 10 will move up a line, that would help the 31 pull back up, but it's not going to happen. And the 31's going to get hung behind the 6. And that's going to split up those two. Thank you, Samantha. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Richard Holland will definitely appreciate that, Diana. We got a battle. 10 truck, Enrique on the outside. 1 truck, Peterson, the inside. 29 truck all over the back tailgate of the 1. Pushing, and pushing some more. 6 truck, Rick Nichols. Yellow Pennzoil machine right there behind the 10. 31 of Richard Holland. Outside line, third truck back. Can't miss him. The gray machine. And we're back to 2x2 with 19 laps to go at Talladega Speedway. Thanks for the vote there, Jake. '29 really giving the 1 a good push right there. Going to keep the 1 at the front of the field. And Artie Peterson's going to lead this lap. 18 to go when they get to the line. You see the Coupe was able to recover nicely, and Bradley Cooper's back in the mix. Or maybe he's not, and he's the lap down, but I think he's back in the mix. Yep, Coupe is sitting, the 5 truck is P10 on the field. So we got some changes in the voting going on. 1 and the 10 side by side for the lead. Peterson, Fagone, Miracle, Nichols. You got the 8 of Blankenship, 31 of Holland, 84 Brandon Winning, 11 Cody Williams. Now it's good work by both lines, Adam.
Yeah, and see, that's just what we've been talking about most of the race. The outside line has stayed together, and look, they're running neck and neck, and, you know, I just really wish they'd keep doing this.
I'm doing good, Diana. It feels good to be in the booth tonight. Having a lot of fun with this race. I'm actually having more fun broadcasting this race tonight than I did racing it in ARCA car last night. That car was a couple of hands full.
Did it ever snap loose on you?
It didn't really snap loose, but what would happen was the splitter was dragging so bad in the corner, the car would wash up. 1 just got stuck in the middle. 29 of Miracle seen a hole and he grabbed it, went right to the bottom, and the 6, good move. Rick Nichols in the 6 with a good move. He moves right to the bottom line. Bottom line is formed. And the 29 and 6 are going to move up. 6 to the lead.
That was one hell of a move.
Really good move. I know he might not be experienced with WFO, but he's an experienced iRacer. Man, that 29, though, all over the apron. You see the truck dancing around. Nation was here, and he was gone, and then he was here again, and then he was gone again, and he's gone. Ooh. I think the 6 took a bump in the middle of the corner, and the truck didn't like it, and that's going to slow the inside line down, and now the 10 of Enrique is going to get a run. That'll give the outside line a little bit of an advantage as you see some NASCARmoney.com trucks. I don't know what the hell they're doing, Adam. They're all over the place.
To say the least.
They're not in any particular line. Thank you, Chrissy. What great racing as you watch the 1 and the 14. They're trying to figure out a way around Enrique. I don't know if they know this, but I know it. That 10 truck will make that bumper about 30 feet wide. He's going to make sure he don't get hung out there, ain't he, Adam?
Yeah, exactly. But if you're the one, you're going to lay off a little bit, kind of like this right here.
Yep.
Get your 14 locked up, and you just make a power move around the outside. If he blocks it, you go to the inside.
Yep, that's exactly what you can do. Just lay off of them, get your help behind you, and lay off of them just a little bit, and you guys get the momentum wound up and go get them. Thank you, Jewel. And thank you, Jewel and Chrissy, for coming into the stream tonight. They're 3 wide back there a little bit. And Kristen.
Right, perfect. That's exactly what they needed to do right there.
Thank you, Kristen. So the 10 goes to the bottom. Now you see the bumper humpers +1. I figured it out, Adam. Bumper humpers +1. So
That makes sense because he's number 1.
yeah,
I'm kind of slow
+1.
sometimes.
It's
I'm kind
okay.
of slow sometimes.
So that'll be the 1 truck of Peterson, 14 of Jeff Martin, and the 61 of Corey Cook. And now the 31 has moved into that line. They got help. You see the 5, though, is I think he's found the back bumper of the 22 on that outside right there. And holy shit, that changed some stuff around. Bumper humpers +1 to the front. I think they'll like that name, by the way.
Heck, we can change the team name if they want us to.
Yeah, bumper humpers +1. You see Peterson, though. I mean, he spent a lot of time out front in that 1 truck this entire race. So they're going to have 11 to go when they get to the line. Oh, I can tell you right now that Adriana does not miscount very much when it comes to that driver of the day. But I can go back through there and recount them too. You got to make sure you're not counting multiple votes for that same driver from the same person. That's what I meant to say. $11 laps to go. 3 caution flags have slowed the race down, but man, it has been sensational. And man, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to move back there and watch this for a minute and see if I get a little nauseated or what, Adam.
Staring at that screen.
The weaving, man.
Oh, yeah. That's...
I kept seeing it in the back, and man, that outside line, though, 2 teammates stacked up out there. Actually, 3. I believe Cody Williams is up there with him in the 11, that black truck, and he is. So you got teammates on the bottom, 3 of them. Teammates on the top, 3 of them. And the top line is going to get the run and push. The 31's going to push a 10 right up in front of all of them. We got 10 laps to go, though, so friendships are going to start wearing off pretty quick, Adam.
Yeah, at this point, it's just screw the teammates almost. Maybe for 5 more laps, but after that, it's all about me.
So Peterson in that bottom line right there with the 14 and 61. He's not going to lead this lap, though. The 10 of Enrique, Rick Fagone's going to lead it. 9 laps to go. 2 by 2. 2 distinctively different lines around the racetrack. Very bottom, and I'm going to give the second line the middle. And I will bet you with about 5 or 4 to go, we'll see another line form, Adam.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody can wait to the last lap to make that run on the outside or develop it about 2 to go, that line really works if you're on that third lane.
So the one of Peterson, is he going to lead this lap? I don't think so. No, sir. 10 of Rick Fagone once again goes to the front. We know that 31 can only stay lined up behind him so long, though, before he starts overheating.
Whoa, they got really squirrely right there.
Yes, they did. Inside line nice and straight, though. The 14's going to give a good shove to the 1. Look at the 88 of David Mayhem Moody. 4 truck in line, bottom of the track. Mayhem is having one hell of a race here at Talladega. I think Enrique's going to recover on the outside line and lead this one too. 7 to go. I'll tell you, they're probably trying to get that 31 up in front of the 1 so they can both move down. Oh, almost a mistake from the 10. That'll hurt him a little bit. I think the 31 had to check up for him right there.
Yeah, but they're already right back together and going back toward the front.
Yeah, just like that. I don't know what he was doing, if he thought the 31 was clear where they could both move down to the bottom or what. Ooh. There's the wreck. 84 Brandon winning. Spinning to the inside. And we're going to stay green because it went to the bottom of the track with 6 to go. Oh, nope, we have a caution now. So let us see exactly what happened to the 84. And to do that, one more time, we'll have to burn it down with fire. That's how we do it. We just burn it down, and then we see what happened. It's like the magic fire screen. Was that netcode? I don't know. It looked like Moody went for the worst of it, though. I think Mayhem might have got up on his lid. Watch it one more time. Keeping an eye on the 88 and the 84. Dude, I don't even think they made contact. He blew up while he was flipping, Adam.
Yeah, he's lost a little. There's no 88 on the roof anymore.
Man, I hate that for Mayhem. He is having a good run. You'll have to take a look at it, but, I mean, from my view, I've seen a ton of netcode. And Enrique is out here all by himself. That means the rest of them possibly pitted. I don't know what happened. Somehow Enrique 7.5 seconds ahead of these guys. 8 seconds ahead. I bet they had to take off and go around to catch a pace car. Oh, yeah, you can do the fire in the YouTube. Jeffrey's got it down, too. Type in fire, and you'll see a picture of fire come up. I think that's how it works. Nope, I typed in fire and ain't got a damn picture one. Oh, search emoji and type in fire. We'll try that. So we'll see if I got that shit right. And survey says yes. All right, so when they get to the line, the leader's going to be the one truck of Artie Peterson. Sitting P2 on the field is the 14 of Jeff Martin. 5 to go. I don't know why I put 3. I don't say it 3 times, do I, Adam? I just do fire once.
You should be able to do it once, but if you could, I think if you
Oh,
type
no, I do
multiple
it
times,
like-
it'll do.
I do it like 3 times to when Nation, because he don't do it at all. So I'll be like, fire, fire, fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ooh.
Waiting for me
Crazy.
to say. I already said it when I burn it down. If you missed it, I'll do it one more time. Fire! There you go. That's your special one tonight.
They could also download the races and watch them later, and you've already said it 4 times.
Oh, and you could actually just clip that portion of it out and make a whole meme about it.
What if we turned you into a meme, Vern?
Not giving anyone any ideas here. And you can get Nation saying something stupid, and you could really tie the Village Idiots together in a meme. There's Macaulay. What did he put up? Turkeys? Swans? The hell is that a picture of? Squirrels? That don't look like a squirrel.
I guess it's because we're nuts.
And then the squirrels. Because, right, we're nuts.
Yeah, I had to throw in a dad joke.
So is that mean the squirrels are going to eat us, or should we be afraid of the squirrels? I have noticed, at least down here in Florida, there's been a overpopulation of them. Let's just say that to the least.
I don't know if everybody in the chat has, but I've eaten squirrel, and it's delicious.
I want to thank everybody for the likes and joining the stream so far. We got I think it's going to be a green-white checker, Adam.
It's 1 to go here, so they're 2x2 all the way back, and
Yeah.
so they'll
So
get.
it's going to be a green-white checker because it'll
Green-white
be
checker,
two to go at the line. So this is going to be the green-white checker.
Now this isn't overtime. This is just green-white checker to end the regulation of the race.
I've actually heard that before. You got to watch out for the buck teeth of the squirrel. So Artie Peterson, his teammate has got the left or right rear of the tailgate and spoiler all jacked up in the air. And when I address Artie Peterson, it should be last night's winner, Artie Peterson. Is your leader tonight or today? It's daylight at Talladega because they don't have lights around this place where we can do a night race. We're going to go from the largest track this week, Adam, to the shortest track next week.
That's true.
Going from Talladega, and next week we'll be headed to Martinsville. That ought to fire some tempers up. We'll see some fire next week, won't we?
Heck yeah. Hopefully there's no tempers.
All right, pace car is taking his slow road to pit road. And we're 2x2 getting ready for a restart. Green-white checker. And there they go. We're off and racing. The 14 and the 1 might line up here. They might not. I think they're going to. Well, no, it didn't happen that way. 61's going to go out there, though. I can tell you the 1's in pretty good shape if he keeps working with them. He's got the 10, though, of Rick Fagone on his bumper. And that outside line's getting wound up and built up, but I don't think Holland's going to go with the 2 in front of him. He's going to take it 3 wide to the outside. And we have 3 wide racing right now. 2 laps to go, be 1 when they get to the line. Artie Peterson on the bottom, 31 of Richard Holland on the top. So if they make it to the line, it's definitely official. 3 wide again, 14, Jeff Martin in the middle. Good run. Getting a good push from the 61 of Corey Cook. Richard Holland's going to lead the lap on the high side. White flag, 3 wide racing. Wicked Wednesday Truck Series. And this is wicked. This is wicked at its best. 3 wide, 1 Artie Peterson. 14 Jeff Martin. Now the wreck's happening.
The wrecking.
Peterson hard into the inside wall. Fagone, the 14, caught up in it. And Garrett Helmlinger and Richard Holland are going to battle it out right here. And it looks like Richard Holland, if he can stay in front of the 77 for about 150 more feet, '77 don't have help. Richard Holland's going to bring it home first here at Talladega Motor Speedway. That's going to put Helmlinger in second. And Jacob Miracle in the mop truck is going to escape all the mayhem and come home third. 26 of Keaton Tripp fourth. And in his first start that I know of at WFO, the 6 of Rick Nichols is going to bring it home in the top 5. So, man, I think we need to go back and take a look at that one again. Peterson knocked the wall down, and to do it, we got to burn it down. Fire! One more time. Not that it's a commercial, but we have to look at that. We're watching the front of the field. Looked like the 14 got caught, and he come down across them guys. Took the 10 of Fagone out, the 1. Enrique and I think several others were wrecking in front of them. It was a junkyard, man. 84, 81. Holy shit, there's a truck on his roof. That's winning in the 84. The Coops even got damaged sliding through the middle there. 8 of Steve Blankenship involved in it. That was a mess. And I believe we haven't got a final on the driver today, but we'll have to see where that ends. I think it's going to end with the race winner, which is good because we can do a 2-for-1 interview. So let us find him. Somewhere I will find that feller. I'll bet it's down here in HJRM. Richard Holland, you got Vern and Adam in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Man, you had to escape some carnage there, didn't you?
Oh, we did. Yeah, we got lucky there.
That was a crazy wreck. I had to go back and look at it again, burn it down one more time there and take a look at it. But you were able to escape it. And then it was a battle with the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger.
Yeah, it was. I knew it came down to me and Garrett, and as soon as my spotter said clear to the inside and we were way high, I dove it to the inside just a split second before he did and got on the bottom there. And then I knew I just had to hold him off, and I knew he'd try to get to the, fake me out, maybe go to the inside. I just protected the inside. But yeah, we got lucky there. just about a lap before that, me and Cody had a hell of a run, and I took it to the outside, and we actually passed them guys and was able to bring it down in the lead and on the high side. But I think, I don't know, someone got loose or something. I don't know what happened, but we got up a little bit high, allowed them guys to get in the middle of us again and put us 3 wide again. We fell back, and then Garrett went by me and went in front of me, and that gave us the run again that we needed, and I pushed Garrett out to the front. I thought when that wreck happened, it was going to just fade up because it usually comes up first before the track clears in the corner, and we just cleared it. We got lucky.
Yeah, it cleaned itself down to the bottom, and for some of those guys, it was hard impact to the inside wall. And I was looking for who escaped, so I went to the top of my timing and scoring, and Helmlinger had the lead at that point. And then I watched you going around them, so it looked like you had a little more momentum than the 77 did.
Yeah, I just had a little, I stayed behind him long enough to draft, and I kept looking at him, waiting for him to dive to the bottom, but I think he was waiting the same thing I was, waiting for my spotter to say clear. And I heard clear inside, and I just drove it to the bottom a split second before he did and got on the inside of it.
Well, it worked out for you, and I'll tell you something else that worked out for you, too. The driver of the day votes.
Nice.
So about
All right.
little past midway through the race, those things started pouring in, and Sam 31 behind them. And I think you took I think you beat the 8 and the 81 by 1 vote. Or no, you beat the 81 and the 3 by 1 vote.
Wow, that's awesome, man. I tell you that it's good luck for me when the fans come out and vote for me. When they vote for me, I usually do pretty good. So I got to thank them. That's awesome. Appreciate it.
So you we're going from the biggest oval this week to Martinsville next week, and that's going to be chase race number 1. How do you feel about Martinsville? Tell us what your outlook is on that.
Never really been a big fan of it. I don't know. I don't usually run very well there. I usually just well enough to get a decent finish. Martinsville's not my best track.
Well, we wanted to hear a little more confidence and enthusiasm after you just won Talladega, Richard. Come on, help us out.
No, not going to get it from me.
He's
not from Martinsville.
Won't even pretend that you like it, huh?
No, won't even pretend to like it, no.
Well, that's understandable, man. You got to suck this one in, though. Regular season, I believe that'll make you the regular season champion as we end out tonight as the points leader, and that's your 4th win in the Truck Series this season.
Yep, yeah, it's back-to-back regular season championships, and I got to get something. Since Keaton won the whole thing, I got to do something, But yeah, it's been a good season for us in the Truck Series, and hopefully we can just go into Martinsville and get a good, decent run, and something that we can be somewhat proud of, I guess, and carry us through and get through that, and then we can finish this thing off with a championship, hopefully.
Well, that's a good outlook, and hopefully next week does go well for you. I was kind of messing with you about it. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of the short tracks like that, and it's hard when you come from a big track like Talladega and running 1.5 miles, and you got to go to the little what is Martinsville half mile.
Yep.
And it's got paper. It's like a paper clip, literally. It's got the tightest turns in it. You go from 150 or 60 mile an hour down the straightaway to 30 mile an hour in the corner, it seems like.
Yeah, it's literally a drag strip with sharp-ass turns.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, Martinsville's kind of funny because you think, well, you just hammer on it, slam on the brakes, get it down in there, get back in the throttle, and you're fast. But it's not. There's a fine line there to being fast around the place and being able to set yourself up for the exit, and I've just never been able to quite be consistent enough to nail it lap after lap to be fast.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, and some people get it and other people don't, but man, you got it at Talladega tonight, and the 31 was definitely fast. We've seen you come from towards the back and work your way up to the front, and really good racing tonight. You guys put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, it really was. It was a fun race, a good race, and I had Cody right with me pretty much the whole race. Towards the midway pack, me and Rick ran together, which was awesome, and he did a hell of a good job pushing me and keeping me in the lead, and that was fun. But yeah, we were in the back, and when it was kind of fun. The thing was fast in the draft. I mean, when I told Cody, I was like, let's go and let's get up there and see what we can do. I mean, we drove right up to him and drove through the field there a little bit, which was fun too. But yeah, it was a good race, fun race, and the truck was fast. It was a lot of fun.
Well, that's awesome to hear. And Richard, do you have anyone you want to thank while we got you up here, buddy?
Just my teammates, Rick, like I say every week, Bradley Cooper and Hal, and we got Cody Williams came on with us a couple weeks ago. Love having him, man. He's a great, clean, fast driver and consistent, and I think he's going to help the team out as a whole. And we're happy to have him, and looking forward to going forward with him and see what happens here.
Well, don't forget about all those people that voted for you tonight. I think there's 9 of them right there.
The fans, yeah. Got to vote got to thank the fans for coming out and voting for us, man. It really means a lot. I mean, to come out here and race every week and battle, and you kind of get focused on the racing, and then you almost forget that you have the whole YouTube thing during the race, and then you've got these people voting for you and rooting for you during the race. It's just gives you a good feeling, and it's gives you something else to race for, and really appreciate it.
Yeah, and it's always something that you guys can go back and rewatch and look at the chat so you can see who some of those people are that stepped up to the plate for you and voted for you, and you know who you can start thanking them personally in the future and stuff like that, it's really awesome. And
Yep. No, that's right. That's awesome.
Man,
we appreciate it.
This is a race you want to download, though. Adam's right. I mean, this whole race was awesome. From the drop of the green flag all the way to the checkered flag right there.
It was, like I said, it was a great race right there. I mean, obviously, at the end was awesome for me, but for everybody else it wasn't. But where I sat, it was a great race the whole time, also. So I would think it seemed like it was a good show for the viewers and you guys.
Oh, it was. It was.
It was. I'm not laughing at you, Richard. Somebody just put in the YouTube chat, I don't know what to do with my hands, at Jacob Miracle. So that's pretty funny. But thank you, Richard Holland. Congratulations on the win, buddy. Points are updated on the website. The chase points are not, but you're clearly in it. Four wins. Regular season champion. I mean, you're clearly there. So congrats on all of that. Congrats on the win, the regular season championship, and driver of the day. Man, that's like the trifecta tonight, Richard.
Yeah, can't beat it, man. That's great. Gives us a lot of confidence going into the chase here, so we'll see if we can get it done.
All right. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
So that was the race winner, Richard Holland. And I got to find, I found him. Good job. I'm going to let you do the interview, Adam.
Bet. Garrett Humlier, this is Adam and Vern up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Howdy.
Well, I know you wanted to win there, but you came up P2, so overall, a really good race. Go ahead and explain your night as a whole.
Well, let's start it off. Well, I'll start from the beginning. Qualifying, go out, no practice. Start P2 by 1,000th, and my objective for the race was one of two things. Normally, when I come here, I'm running for a championship. My mentality: go to the back, sit there till the very last second, go to the front. This race, it was I'm either going to be in the front or I'm going to be in the back. I was in the front for a little while. Stuff got a little chaotic. Went to the back, ran around end of the pack for the whole race. There with about 10, 15 laps to go, I restarted kind of up front, and I just saw the way that it was going, and I split to the back, and then here I am with 6 laps to go, 16 seconds off the pace, in 16th place, thinking I'm an idiot for taking that course because the caution didn't come, and then it comes a lap later. I get myself in the best position possible, restarting 12th, I guess. Coming down to the white, I got clear of Richard, and that's where I wanted to be, was the high side. It's worked for me before, and it almost worked for me again. Went to the high side, and knew Richard had a strong truck. And he pushed me all the way down the back, and then I saw them start to get crazy on the inside. Next thing I know, they're all gone. but I had a rear view full of Richard Holland, so I had no idea that it was down to just me and him. And about the time that I realized it was just me and him, he had already split for the bottom. And once that happened, I knew I had no chance, because if you don't have anybody else, if your only option is to sit behind, because you go out, it's going to be like deploying the parachute. So I went straight to the top, try and let him get as much of a run as he could so I can catch up, and it just wasn't enough time. And I had a centimeter, what felt like, of a chance coming out of 4. He left the bottom open, but he didn't leave it open enough. And I was not going below that yellow line. But overall, it was an amazing race. 2 days, 2 impressive races at Talladega through 7 seasons. These 2 might be, obviously for me, not the best because I'm not winning, but 2 of the best races that the league has had at Talladega. Second sucks, especially when you're not running for a championship and you're only out here for wins. But you know what? It's better than 16th, better than 12th, better than 8th, better than last night.
Yeah, I mean, you can't complain about, finishing second for, I know obviously you're here for the wins, but finishing second with a race that was, I don't want to say chaotic, because like me and Vern were talking throughout the race that it was awesome racing, from the front of the pack to the back of the pack, but finishing second with that many lead changes, that many different people up front and at the back, but coming in here alone, what was your main objective? Was it just to find teammates, or just totally toy with the draft like you can so easily?
Yeah, no, the latter of what you said, just toying with it, just spending the entire race evaluating who's going to be strong, who's a good pusher, who am I going to want to be in front of. And I knew I had a short list of maybe 5 or 6 names that if they were going to be anywhere near, I was going to do anything I could to get in front of them. And I got one of them in Richard. It just didn't work out. Yeah, if I had anybody else and I had known that the entire field was out, I would have gone down to the yellow a lot sooner than I did, and not given Richard as much room. But when I was stuck behind Richard, I was just like, I have to watch myself settle for second place, because if I go out, it's game over no matter what. So, but the whole field showed extreme patience tonight, and that I got to give kudos to everybody out here. It was a very good race, very fun.
Yeah, it really was really fun to watch. Another thing too, when we were talking to Richard, he was saying that he thought maybe you were waiting for a clear sign, but I mean, you were in front of him, so he just took advantage of knowing that he was all over you, so he was able to either shove you up in the corner, or if you were going to go low, he was just going to ride your outside. So it was just a bad situation for you to be in, leading with only 2 trucks coming out of that wreck.
Right. And if I had even a glimpse that I knew that it was just down to me and him, I would have gone immediately down there. I was not waiting for a clear. I was using all eyes. I was not waiting to hear anything. But I was just a tick late. And I think if I would have gone down, no matter what, he would not have gotten me, because it would have been the same situation that I was in, where when it's just 2 trucks, the draft is completely different than when you're in with the pack. You have no momentum, stalls out so fast. But, and thank you all for broadcasting. Thank everybody who's still watching, everybody who watched the whole race. Yeah, we'll take second, and I will be back at Texas, and that will be my last race of the year for the trucks.
Righty, man. We look forward to seeing you at Texas. Congratulations again on your finish.
Congrats, Garrett.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good night.
Nothing to complain about, man. I mean, you were there at the end to fight for a win, and that's what it's all about, buddy.
Yeah, it's stings, but it's a hell of a lot better than it could have been. It's a hell of a lot better than last night.
Well, congrats on the second place, and I got one more interview, I think. Top 3, and we got our driver of the day with the race winners. So, Jacob Miracle, we got you in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you.
So the Mop Motorsports truck in the top 3 right here, and you had to escape a little bit of mayhem to get it
If it
there.
wasn't for mayhem, I wouldn't have finished the race.
You did it. Whether the mayhem helped you finish or not, man, you put her in the top 3 and on the podium.
It was tough getting there. I
Tough.
didn't think I was going to make it after that big crash there at the end.
But you, man, you had a great race overall. We seen the 29 truck up there for quite a few laps. Tell us about your race experience tonight overall.
I thought the racing was fantastic. I had a blast out there. Nobody was getting too crazy with their bunts. I think there was one incident somebody bumped somebody a little crooked or something. But for the most part, everybody done a fantastic job out there.
Well, I guess that would be my next question is, was it as much fun out there as it was for us watching it? I know the fans had a great time and definitely enjoyed the racing action. So was it that much fun on the track and in the truck?
It was. I had a blast out there. I love this track, first of all, and these trucks, they keep changing them and changing them, and they just drive better every time they update them.
You might be the only one I've ever heard say that.
Like when it's like completely even, where it almost feels like you're down to horsepower. But you're right. I mean, I guess when they do pull that horsepower out, I mean, it is all about.
It definitely made it different when they did that. I'm not going to lie.
You really be really good at side drafting a lot more to get more speed out of it. So I mean, obviously use that to your advantage tonight.
Well, you definitely got a knack for the plate racing, man.
Yeah, we've spent a lot of time Mott Motorsports, so we race a lot on the restrictor plates.
All right, so Mott Motorsports, before you answer me what it stands for, is it Miracle? What's his name, O'Brien?
Mm-hmm.
And Parker?
Yep, that's what it stands for.
I did guess it, Adam.
Hell, I would have been here all night trying to guess that shit.
Well, Parker I wouldn't have known because he don't race with us, but he gets in the YouTube chat. And that's how I ended up figuring it out, like last week or the week before. I don't know. It takes me a little longer. Top left-hand corner, black and white, Village Idiots. So that's my disclaimer. But congratulations on the podium finish tonight. You have anyone you want to thank while we got you in the booth, buddy?
I want to thank you guys for putting on the race. You guys did an awesome job with the broadcast. I want to thank Mayhem.
Mayhem saved you, huh?
I'd have ran out of fuel.
Man, I'll tell you what, that 88 had a fast truck. I hated to see him get caught up in that incident there later in the race, but you tell him well, he can hear it on the broadcast. He was up there running towards the front late in the race too, so got to give a shout out to that 88 truck. But Jacob, thank you, man. Congratulations on the podium finish, and good luck to you the rest of the season, buddy.
Thank you.
I couldn't get my buttons to work.
Yeah, that's why I figured about staging them for you. It'd help you out a little bit.
Yeah, it does help out. I ain't got to go down and searching for them, and helps out a lot. I have a broke hand, can't race. You got another hand, don't you? Only one hand's broke, right?
That's how Jeff drives. Beer in one hand and hand on the steering wheel, I'm pretty sure.
And there's guys in here that drive with one hand on the steering wheel and the other one with a cigarette. So, hell, I think we've got a couple one-arm drivers here. Don't tell how you broke it, Parker. I don't think we want to know. So, man, great racing. It really was, and it's definitely one that I'll even have to go back and rewatch. It just phenomenal racing by all the drivers in the WFO Wicked Wednesday Truck Series. And man, you hate to see some of them get wadded up at the end, but for the fans and the people watching, that's all part of the excitement of the show. Because that's what we're bringing. That's what we want to bring, Adam. We bring them a show.
Exactly. I mean, even though there was that big wreck at the end, I mean, the overall quality of this race from the time the initial drop of the green flag all the way till pretty much even at the end when there's only two trucks literally on a drag strip to the end. I mean, it was just overall great. Everybody was in contention. There wasn't any domination by one truck. It was overall one of the best races we've had at Talladega.
Yeah, it really was, and I'm not just saying that, to bump the league up, but even people were commenting how good of a race it was, and I want to thank all the drivers for that in the truck series, and even last night, I noticed. I think we did 2 green flag fuel stops in the ARCA car back to back. at Talladega. And
Yeah.
after,
When you when you put those cars on any type of plate track like that, usually you're not expecting that, and it's not so much of a talent thing. It's definitely not that. What I'm saying is it's more of the car races so much more differently than this truck does, and literally everybody has the high horse and they can run it with those K&N cars, and the runs are insane. So the fact that y'all had green flag runs is surprising, and that just shows you how good everybody is in this league.
Jeremy, I don't know how good one hand's going to work at Martinsville.
Yeah, you might want to for that one.
You might want to take a rain check on next week and come back when we go to Auto Club. Even Jeff, I think Jeff Martin might even have to put his beer down for Martinsville.
Yeah, he'll just have a shotgun during the cautions.
Those short tracks like that are crazy, but you might be one of those guys. We did have a one-footed driver here, one-legged driver that did really well, and I always told him he was faster with one leg than he was two. That was Troy Cook. So, I'm just reading the comments over there. They're always funny. But with that, I do have the points updated, but we do need to work on the chase points so I can get those updated on the website and get our 8 chase drivers highlighted there and get all that posted all over the fancy places so everybody knows our 8 drivers that made the chase. But in the truck series, I'm almost going to say that it's pretty safe to say that your 8 chase drivers, and let me go through this in no particular order, but points leader for the regular season, Richard Holland is going to be one of the 8. Rick Fagone will be one of the 8. Keaton Tripp will be one of the 8. Bradley Cooper will be one of the 8. Cody Williams will be one of the 8 chase drivers. Michael McCauley will be a chase driver. Jeff Martin, and I believe Austin Wagner should be the 8. Does that sound right, Garrett?
Yep, that's right.
So that is our 8 chase drivers that will be racing for the series championship starting next week in Martinsville. So I want to wish all 8 of those drivers the best of luck. And what's our K&N list? Do you have that handy? I know it's some of the same names tonight.
Yep, it's Gary Waterworth, Cody Williams, Keaton Tripp, Richard Holland, Rick Fagone, Artie Peterson, Corey Suma, and Michael McCauley.
So there you go. Those names right there are going to be your 8 racing for the championship in the ARCA series, the Twisted Tuesday ARCA series. And that's so we covered the 8 for ARCA, and we covered the 8 for the truck series, and we'll get the points adjusted on the Dan Lisa accordingly for those 8 chase drivers in each series. And we do want to wish all the drivers the best of luck during the chase, and we want to thank everybody for being around for season 7, really, and all the people that have stuck it out. We've seen a really good number of trucks tonight in the race even. Very happy to see that. And the car last night, I think we had like 26 cars, didn't we?
I think we started 28.
28 cars last night. So really awesome. Thank all you guys for that. Thank you for joining the stream. And that would be a lot of ladies to thank in that one too, with Diana and Adriana and Denise and Mama Riddle when she comes on. They're just all kinds of regular fans that come back week in and week out. I didn't see Bender chatting in there much, but I know Bender was around. I think he was more in the Discord with McCauley. But Jeffrey, thank you. Nate Watts. I could keep naming names, but I'll probably be here the rest of the night, and I'm getting tired, and I'm ready to end the stream because it's almost 11 o'clock. So that's going to do it. I'll be back next Wednesday night, probably with Adam and maybe Nation. Who knows? We don't know when Nation's going to be here, do we, Adam?
No, not really. He just kind of comes when he wants and leaves when he pleases, I guess.
But you'll have us on Wednesday night. You'll have the Bradley Cooper on Tuesday night. The Bradley Cooper on Tuesday night. with the Twisted Tuesday ARCA series. And with that, I'll be on tomorrow night, not for WFO, but for a different league, which is Swift Motorsports. If anyone wants to come in the chat and mess with me a few minutes, you're welcome to. I don't have a problem with that. I'll have a lot of fun with it, but that's Thursday night. I think I start the stream around 8 p.m. But their final race of the season is tomorrow. So that's going to be my last broadcast of the season for them. And I'm going to bed. So all you other people can go to bed as well, and give us a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And come see us the next time. But have a great night.